Hello everyone, I'm Matthias Slava. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. For me, I had a ton of reading to do, and it was a very enjoyable weekend. I'm actually only going to talk about image books this week. Uh, why is probably I didn't really care for the big two books this week. Miss Marvel it was wonderful, but it's always bad. Um, what more did I get? Batman. But anyway, Batman is Scott Snyder's Batman. It's very underwhelming. It's still underwhelming, and I will be glad when it's all over and just focus on the present time. If I should pick my favorite book from this week, it's always the same thing. It's always Deadly Class. I praise it all the time, and you know, for those of you people who read it, you know it's awesome. It's probably one of the top books in my poll, hands down, and I feel that it's gonna be a bit tiring to praise it all the time when each issue gets released. So let's drop that one and talk about something else. I believe it was. I know it was Mean Green Comic Machine, and Reader 1717 spoke very well about the Stray Bullets Killers. It's a very weird book. It's black and white. That isn't weird, but it's a very uncomfortable book in a good way. Our two major characters is this boy or teenager, a guy who gets his dad gets murdered in the first issue because of some stripper thing. I can't remember really. And we also have this teenage girl who used to babysit a serial killer's family, children, and I have a feeling that every single character in this book have a dark history or have a dark secret of, if you turn your back on them just for a second, they will stab you in some way. They will kill you, and it feels very weird, but you know, it's I don't know in what direction it's gonna go. It feels like we have this teenage guy and a teenage girl making out, and seems to be happy, and then all of a sudden he suffers from a depression. He almost commits suicide, and they seem to be, both these people seems to be very unstable. It's a very weird book, but you know, I enjoyed it a bit. I don't know. I still need some clarification of what kind of book this is. Is this a thriller? From one issue we have, you know, a runaway. We have something, a runaway from a serial killer, and in the other one, in the other issue, we have a family problems with the aunt and so on. I need clarification of that. I'm sorry if I sound a bit or if I ramble, but it's oh, forget it. I'll do it again. A great book from this week was Invincible, issue 112, and this is just crazy fun. It's crazy. One of the major characters from issue 1 has turned villain, and he's killing heroes right and left, and it's unbelievable. The villain Robot, or Rex, he and his girlfriend, I don't think it's his girlfriend anymore, but he and this woman, Monster Girl, I believe that's her name, they get stuck in another dimension for 100 years or so. It's a long time, and when they came back to this dimension, the real dimension or real world, they were quite different, not as happy as they used to be, and very cynical. Robot, very smart guy, very smart hero. He's maybe a bit like Dr. Doom, Tony Stark in a way, and good with mechanics, inventing robots and other things and such. And he feels that if I can make Earth a better place if I'm in control. So he tries to persuade Monster Girl, his girlfriend, whatever their relationship status is, of this idea, and she feels that I don't think that's good. We have friends, we have superhero friends that I don't think you will get along with them on this one. Maybe no. And meanwhile, a robot is sending his own robots to executing heroes right and left. It's crazy. As you can see from this cover, it's actually quite ugly cover. This is one of the robots Rex is sending out to kill his friends, actually. Sad in a way, but it's very intensive. It's crazy, wonderful. Now we have Trees, issue number 2. The first issue was I thought it was excellent. It was great world building, and Warren Ellis really built something. It really told something. There was a mystique about these trees, and but in this issue we slowed down a bit in the pace. We are actually not a lot of things happen in this issue. We get to know more about the Blind Hell station in the Arctic, where in the Arctic, where this crew is investigating one of the trees, I presume, not sure, and one of the crew members investigate one of the blue flowers that pops up, calls them poppies. I believe that's a real flower, but these flowers are not real. They can't live in the Arctic environment, so they're more superficial in a way, and he believes they are a result from the tree. The tree is doing this, and it's trying to persuade these crew members that this is actually what's going on. His crew members are doubting him a bit, so hopefully we get to see more from that. Other than that, we are being introduced to 2 new characters: a journalist who is interviewing the president of Somalia, who actually complains, maybe complain that Somalia has the shortest tree, alien tree, I believe, of the trees in the world, and all his neighboring countries has gotten benefits from it in some kind of environmental way. and he feels quite angry about it, and that's pretty much it what we got from this issue. And it would be boring sometimes. I trust Warren Ellis. He's unorthodox, and in a way, I hope that I hope the pace will go up a bit. But it's still very interesting. One more did I read? Outcast. Huge. As a Robert Kirkman again, Invincible, Walking Dead, a horror. I believe horror comic book, and it's double size and it's $2.99, so you get a lot from the money. $2.99. We have Kyle, who seems to have a special gift of exorcism-ish, magical blood or such. We have. It seems to be he has a very dark past, bad experience with this gift with family members. I have a feeling that something pop up here. I have a feeling that this is gonna be short-lived. I don't know if this will be probably a great TV show. Some people think this is a screenplay for a TV show. Who knows? Maybe it's true, but in some way I feel that this book didn't really wow me in a way. It was it Trace issue 2 was interesting, and the only reason I will get issue number 2 is because of the name Kirkman. If I believe that if it was another comic book writer who wasn't famous, or I don't think I would pick up the next issue. What we have in this issue, we have Kyle doing. He's being persuaded of a friend, a priest, who is having a devil problem or demon problem, exorcism problem, and he asking Kyle for help. If this is Kyle, I don't know if Kyle is the correct name, Kyle agrees to it after some family issues, and it's a bit predictable in a way. He saves this boy who is being possessed of a demon in a way, and that's pretty much it. And it wasn't a very spectacular. It's just the Kirkman name that really sells this book. So I would give it 2 more issues, but I don't think it's gonna be a new hit for Kirkman or Image. So certainly not one of the top, not certainly a huge top Image book. And for last, I also read Saga. Saga is solid. As always, I love Saga. It's not I don't read it as a comic book anymore. I read it. I'm very invested in the characters, and I just want to see what's gonna happen to them. Great comic book as always. As I said, for last I have The Wicked and Divine. I know this book came last week. I haven't picked up my books on last Friday, and I haven't picked up for 3 weeks of books. So I finally got time to read this one. Wonderful cover, written by Gillen. Uh, Still, same guy who wrote Young Avengers, which I thought was very good. It was very modern. It was very fresh. It was young, alive, and I think it's the same artist. It's the same artist as Young Avengers. I might be wrong, but it's a feeling I get in feeling. I have as Outcast. I feel that I think this book is interesting. It's as Young Avengers. Gillen uses pop culture very in a very innovative, interesting way. We have gods who have a very short lifespan of 2 years. Then they're gone and they come back, and the cycle continues and such. We have Lucifer and other gods, Amaterasu. I don't know from which religion that god comes from. Maybe some Indian things, I don't know, Hinduism maybe. Either way, these gods are worshipped like gods, they're openly saying that they are gods, and we have the journalist asking them questions. Are you really a god and such? Oh, I don't think so. I doubt you. And then some things happen. I'm like spoil, and I liked it. It wasn't fantastic, but this is probably Gillen's best platform. Pop, modern, young. I don't know the age of Gillen, but I feel that he has a very good understanding of what do we call it? Pop. Yeah, can you call it pop culture? But it feels very cool, and I love the colors in this issue. Again, I'm in love with this cover. I can't stop looking at it. Either way, I think it was a very, very good book. I will absolutely pick up the next issue. Still, it was only Delta Class and Invincible that really hit the mark this week. Miss Marvel was again really good. Delta Class and Invincible, and that was my opinion from the last stack of work. I hope you have a continuing lovely week, and I'll see you next time.